even though we only had 3 games in Week 7, 2 of the 3 were very entertaining. We're going to break them all down for you here on the Week 7 postgame show. They're all looking very uniform today, but it wasn't because they all remembered their shirt. I'm sure you can guess who forgot his shirt. Meyer. So, let's go through the names. We have Steven, Eddie, Meyer, Ryan, Nate, and David. I got thrown off because there's a lot of background noise. Nick Strong's still hanging around. Connor and Greg, as always, behind the camera. Tyler and Anthony as well, observing today. But guys, we'll start with Nick Strong since they want to be all loud and, throw me off my game. It doesn't happen much. Meyer can't throw me off my game. You guys can't do it. Nick Strong can. Of all people, Nick Strong can. But Nick Strong does fall to Sportsbook today. Sportsbook was shorthanded. That's usually Nick Strong's thing. They actually had more subs than Sportsbook today, so that usually would mean good things for Nick Strong. Score's gone. They lost by like 8 or 9 points. Close game, physical game. What did you guys see from Sportsbook? I mean, they were off last week at least, if not also the week before. So we missed Sportsbook a little bit, but what did you guys see?
You mentioned they were off last week. It looked like both teams were off basically the entire first half. It was a very ugly start to the game. Definitely if you had the under, you did a good job in this one. Not a lot of points scored, but it was just kind of a back and forth sloppy game. No team really impressed me. It kind of took me by surprise, really. I know you said this is one of the better games. I personally didn't see it.
Okay.
It's going to make some people angry, but
better game as in close.
Yes, it was close. Yes,
was up in the air,
yes.
Into the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but again, I feel like it was more of who didn't want to lose than really who wanted to win.
And just to back that up, it was like Steve said, real sloppy, a lot of fouls, a lot of turnovers. Jeff Norco had a kind of quiet night. Honestly, I think Nick Strong should have won. They kind of faltered at the end. Sportsbook went on a little run, but it was entertaining in the second half. The first quarter, but
how many fouls?
31 fouls. 31 fouls.
Wow.
The entire
like
game.
You guys prepared for the post game. What a time. Let's go over as Eddie's still, sweaty. It's usually my move. Sweaty post games. Young Kings and Rim Breakers, a very close game. A 4-point game in the final minutes, if not final minute. But the Rim Breakers are able to get the win. Zachary Graham on the way out was, saying they're just playing around, and I was like, well, because you guys want to play around every week, you're going to play a good team in the first round of the playoffs. Thanks. That's not, a reward for getting a high seed, right? Here come the Rim Breakers, who, were seconds away from a finals appearance last year. But we'll start with someone other than Eddie. I'll let him de-sweat. What did the Rim Breakers do, and especially in that fourth quarter when it was close, what did they do to win?
Well, I mean, it was like a close game all the way until the fourth quarter, but Richard Manson had 22 points tonight. Kentwan Miles also had 22 points tonight.
Richard Brunson.
Oh, Brunson, I'm sorry. My apologies. But Kentwan Miles also had 22 points tonight. They were on fire. It was like a dunk contest for the moments there. The Young Kings, the shots just weren't falling down. I'm sorry, Eddie. I didn't need to say that on camera. It's all good. But a big part for the Young Kings is probably DJ Foster. He wasn't consistent tonight. Hard loss for them.
Anything else who else was there?
Really, like Meyer said, the shots just weren't falling for the Young Kings. But Rim Breakers, they really showed that they have a high-powered offense. I mean, everyone on the team pretty much got on the scoreboard, and a lot of big rebounds for them. So I'm looking for them to make a little bit of a run in the playoff time.
Yeah, and Kentwan Miles with the huge dunk.
Redeemed himself from last time.
Yeah.
Dan Nadaf? Remember last week? It was crazy.
He called out everybody.
He called out everybody. Yeah, King Twan told us before the game, he said, listen, I'm coming with some heat tonight. And
he said it during the game.
He showed it. Oh, yeah.
Over and over again. Chasers and Flint Tropics started off week 7. Only 3 games, so we're almost actually all done. Flint Tropics had words for Meyer.
Yep.
Well,
Flint Tropics. Doo-doo.
Don't listen to him.
Doo-doo.
Don't listen
Well,
to him.
Meyer, the one thing they did say to you was nice shirt. So,
Yeah, they did say that.
But the Flint Tropics do get the win over the Chasers by like 20 points, and they blew it open in that second quarter. Never really looked back. Chasers only had 5 guys, so a little shorthanded today, and the Flint Tropics are anything but shorthanded. When you see them, a lot of people say they have too many guys. That's not how they play. They rotate pretty well, and they took advantage of that tonight over the Chasers. Tom Langston, a big game, but Mike Pizzuto was kind of always there to answer, right?
27, I believe he had.
Yeah, Nick Japs too, 17 points. But real story was Flint's defense. I mean, anytime you hold the Chasers to
Swallowing.
In the 60s, they're doing a pretty good job.
And a lot, even though Meyer likes to make fun of them, a lot of back cuts, a lot of back screens. I mean,
A lot of
you know,
assists.
a lot of assists. That's what that also means. So we're gonna, in an attempt to add on to the post-game show, we're gonna play Meyer's favorite game. So one word to describe Week 7.
Say a
Meyer.
word. Say a word. A real word.
Pressure.
All right, we'll start with
Athleticism.
David. Athleticism.
I said it right this time.
That is a word. Do you have your word to sum up Week 7?
Fouls.
Fouls. Physicality fouls. Okay.
I'll go epic.
Epic.
I'm gonna go with boring.
Boring.
It's kind of boring.
Well, I mean, that's what happens.
The
when,
two games I watched.
That's what happens when I don't play.
That's kind of
When I'm in the
Joey. The
khakis, it's
real
gonna be
reason
horrible,
why it
right?
was so boring is because you weren't out there.
Thank you.
But I'm not
Nothing
trying
better
to.
than sucking
I'm
up.
not trying.
Meyer, do you want to pick? Do you have a second word? Like, do you want to break records on the post?
Yeah, I want to break records. Hold on.
You're
Ready,
asking
ready,
too much
ready,
now.
ready. Athleticism. Nah, that's the only thing that's in my head.
You're saying the same word twice?
Yeah, it's like competitive.
Competitive.
I'm just gonna say referees because it was a tough night for the refs.
It was real tough.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah, we have a special guest, unbeknownst to all of us. So you come late to the game. You can go right in front.
Right in the
Right in the
middle.
middle.
Me flexing everything.
So you come late to the
That's
game,
the Fendi monster.
Carl, and then you come late to the post-game show.
Yeah.
But what do you want to say about your team, real quick?
Oh, we out here, man. You know, easy dubs coming your way. Rim breakers. Alex can't guard me. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Carl had a body tonight too.
Oh, you saw that shit,
Yeah,
right?
I saw that.
That's what I'm
Definitely.
talking about, bro. Show you my love.
All right.
Watch your heads.
Watch your head. That sums up Week 7 for our special guest for the guys. I'm Joey. Week 8, we'll have hopefully 4 games. Not sure who's on a bye, but I know TMC's back. See you in Week 8. Back on the court from InSports.